Hey there, everybody, and welcome to the Mammoth, presented by Black Hills Vinyl, formerly known as Crushmore. We got round one, part one right now for you. We got myself, Coda, and Dale on commentary.
How's it going, everyone?
We're here to watch some good players today from the beautiful state of, or in the beautiful state of South Dakota.
Correct.
Taegen Wells.
Taegen is one of the South Dakota boys. He's from Rapid City.
We got Garett Everson.
He's from Sioux Falls, South Dakota. Peter, he's also out of Rapid City.
And finishing up the card here, who we got today? Derek Shafer. Is it a 5-some or a 4?
4.
Okay.
And Derek is out of Alliance, Nebraska. So, out-of-towner here to challenge these guys. Hole 1, they're showing a dogleg here, and that's the route most people play. There is a direct route, but you got to navigate a lot of trees. And it's quite a bit uphill, so this 312 feet is...
more like
it plays longer than that, for sure.
Hey, he got through it.
And he got a good skip. Kind of saw it scoot
there on the putt.
Garett here, he got it a little wider and just following the path up.
Oh, that's perfect.
Yep, that's how you want to do it. See, Peter is sidearm, throwing a sidearm. He's pretty dominant with that sidearm. Got it turned over a little too much, though. Derek is also pretty dominantly sidearm.
That looks much better. That height looks good.
Yeah.
Ooh, it did kind of come out, though.
Yeah, it didn't turn as much as he'd have liked. Peter for his second shot. You can see if you don't get up past those trees, it can still be kind of a technical shot. He had to hit a gap.
Right around that tree, though.
Yeah, he
put
did.
himself to a nice, good putting position.
Taegen, he's actually really tall, so that basket's all entirely over his head. I'm willing to bet he's at least 6'3" or so.
And it gives you a good example of what the elevation can be when you're down on that left side.
Yeah, and Derek's putting straight at it. That's a scary run right there. If you miss that, if you airball that, you're just soaring down that hill.
That was a good birdie to start the round.
Let's see if Peter can match him and save his par here with almost the same putt. That's a good par save.
Yeah, considering... he was on the back side, on the front side of all those trees when on that second throw. That was good.
Yeah.
Taegen didn't go too far on that putt.
No, he still, you could see, he kept it kind of low. I don't know if that was intimidation from the drop off behind or...
I'll have to see a few more of his putts to see where his aiming spot is, because some people like to creep just over the cage.
It's true.
Looks like Garett's getting the only birdie so far.
Yeah.
And we got this good sidearm hole here for those other two to kind of...
This one it's downhill, so the 288, it plays shorter than that.
Going to see a lot of putters.
That OB is tight. You can see it along here, and it cuts in right behind the basket.
And the wind is kind of whipping.
It looks worse than it was. It was pretty calm out there, but you can definitely get some push out of it.
Looks like it's going to be 2 in a row for Garett.
Yeah, he put himself in good position there.
That's looking pretty good. No.
Let's check.
Oh, that was just beautiful.
And just dead center.
The angle on that. Yeah, looks like Garett's not the only one going 2 for 2.
Yeah.
Or 2 through 2.
2 through 2.
That's looking pretty good, too.
Yeah, Peters is looking nice. A little flat out of his hand.
And a little... almost got the roll back. In.
Like you said, though, this one really is suited to these two with their sidearm throws. That one's cut a little tight, though.
Tight might not be too bad, but it looks like... Yeah, he
did catch those trees.
But he got a good roll.
Yeah, at least he's not in the middle of
those trees is just straight up jail.
Yeah. He's fairly open, can actually give it a little bit of a run.
It almost seemed like he held back a little bit because the OB...
It's pretty far away at that spot, though. It's Smart play to lay up from that far out, I guess, anyway, if you weren't confident with your longer putts, because if you miss it, you're probably going to have a longer putt. Another birdie from Garett. That's the kind of start you want.
Yeah.
Peter's
had some struggles. He had a scramble on hole 1 and slightly long on hole 2, but it's early in the round.
Yeah.
Derek just
take
playing
his
clean.
par. Yeah, that hole really, that OB line really does kind of...
That was an amazing throw from Taegen.
Yeah, that was a great ace. And then here's another one with OB left, OB long.
Tight OB.
And tight on both sides, or the side and the...
Oh, and this one's got all the tree kick potential, too.
Oh,
so
yeah.
It's you got to really hit that gap. A little hyzered, but a good kick.
Okay, it didn't roll too far. Just past that tree to the right of where it stopped was the OB line, so... It surprised me that these two were throwing the sidearm, but then it finishes, if it does hyzer out, it's away from the OB, so I guess it makes sense.
And that'll do.
Yeah, that's a great shot. Can't tell what Peter's throwing there. Oh, low. That's what he's throwing there.
Worm burner. Looks like the angle got opened up a little bit, though, so he's got a good shot here.
This will be a lot easier approach than that drive was.
Ooh, but that putt around that tree might be tough.
Yeah, kind of left himself a little shorter than he'd have liked, I'm sure. That's a good approach.
Looks like Garett's got more of that tree in his face than I thought he would. Ooh.
Oh. It was still fairly open, though. He didn't have to lean out or anything, so I'd have taken
a slight straddle, but he's also not as blocked as I thought he was going to be.
I know. I thought that tree was totally in his way.
And that is an incredible par save.
Yeah.
He's had some struggles here in the first part, but he's keeping it together. He's keeping that putting clean.
Oh, and Derek makes sure that we still get a birdie on this
hole. He gets on the scorecard, too.
Yeah. Garett with kind of a risky drop in there.
At risk of hitting his head, maybe.
Well, I meant just the way he just pushed it in there. That's an easy way to have something unfortunate happen.
He had a good cleanup from Taegen there, too, and Derek's taking the box.
Yeah, keeping himself tight with the other two guys.
And a great cleanup from Pete. That was Peter. I'm not sure what he prefers, but I'll go off what's written. That was a great save from where he was at.
This one has opened up a little bit since the last time I was there, but the OB is closer than that makes it look. It is tucked right behind this basket, not too far, maybe circle's edge at
about
most.
30 feet or so.
So these guys are probably having a little bit of a tough time wanting to just rip it up this hill.
Ooh, that was early release.
I think he got to the good side of those trees, though.
Yeah, it looks like a pretty tight clump off to the left there.
Yeah.
So I've never gotten the opportunity to play this course, so I'm just kind of going off what the camera shows.
Right. That was perfect.
Oh, yeah. The camera showed parts. That's low again from Peter.
It is low, but that's not too bad of a miss. He should still have a jump putt at least. There's Taegen having to thumb her out of there. Might have been tomahawk. See, Peter's still kind of have a putt, but it's a scary one.
And he had a really good putt there, too. That was close.
And Taegen coming back for his par. Oh, so close.
See, this is a hole that even the locals don't really ever get to practice, though, either.
Yeah, being a bonus hole, this one's only here for the tournament, so this is not a normal hole for the course by any means.
Looked like Derek wanted that back as soon as he let it go.
Yeah.
Another hole, another birdie. At least one more on there.
Yep, Garett got us the birdie on that one.
And Taegen with an unfortunate drop down there. He was just so stymied off to the left. There was nothing much he could do.
Yeah, it was a good attempt with that thumber, just maybe gave it a little too much. So he takes the bogey and Garett takes the birdie, kind of opening a gap up there.
It seems like these guys might be able to actually let loose on this one.
Yeah, this one is a longer hole. It's still pretty tight, though.
Yeah, I see.
I mean, these guys, I'm betting all of them have the distance to get there if it was open. But it's hard to really give your full power when you're in this tight of conditions.
That looks off, but I can't tell.
It's not bad. He's off to the right and kind of down the hill, but he should have a good look at an approach. Mainly you want to get past these rocks.
Oh, and not right there.
Not in those rocks. Yeah, I think the best play is good. This line that Tagen's Big throwing, because then
full flight.
He should be able to stay up top with that.
That might even be he might be putting. That was beautiful.
Seeing Garett's still in a tough spot.
And now he's
if you're not past, yeah, you're still not really in a good spot. That'll get him a putt, though. That's a putt at the basket. Peter having to get kind of fancy with it here.
I like that, though.
Oh, caught a branch.
Still
and stayed in it. Yeah, see, Derek is not too far off, but being down the hill, he was kind of blocked by all those little trees.
He didn't have a chance to run for the eagle, but that's going to be an easy birdie.
Yeah.
Ooh.
And I hope that stayed up, because that could be trouble.
Yeah.
See, and Tagen's more right than I thought he'd be from where I was standing. Must have got a little roll down the hill that I was unable to see.
But now he's given himself somewhat
kind of a sketchy putt for a birdie, yeah. And Peter's got this almost straight up putt for...
He'll most likely be able to clean up that bogey.
Yeah. Let's see if Taegen can clean up this birdie. Because those branches there are kind of in his way, too. That was beautiful.
That almost fought through the backside.
Well, he had to be pretty forceful because he had to go under those branches between him and then up.
You know, this hole actually averaged under par.
About a quarter of a stroke under, it looks like.
But it looks like our feature card. Sorry, I can't say lead cards first.
Right.
Looks like they're averaging around par, which isn't terrible.
Right. I think there might.
No, actually, we got 2 birdies.
Actually, I think we got all 3 of them birdies. 3 and 1 bogey. Oh no, Garett got the 4 also. He hit the 2 trees. That's right.
But he had a great scramble from that second kick.
Yeah. Yeah, I was able to save it on that. So this one isn't too blocked. This is one of the more open holes that you're going to face until we get towards the end of the round. And it's still not really what I would call open.
No, it's a mountain course through and through. You know, there's going to be a lot of trees, a lot of tight lines to hit. And it's not like one of those Pro Tour courses that has so many people going through it all the time that all this little stuff gets cleared out.
Right.
And so it's a little bit tougher to hit some of these lines that are just have these little twizzlers and these little branches you can't even see off the tee pad. And I'm not saying all the Pro Tour courses are clean either.
Right. Yeah, this one really is suited to the sidearm shot.
Ooh, that's 2 in a row, same tree. I imagine that tree eats a lot.
Yeah. A little low, come on, get up.
Looks like the angle of this hill might have been messing with his footing, and he had to lean out from that tree a little bit.
I could see that. Oh, had a volunteer filmer. He was a little behind on that one. You could see him walking up. Got to give a shout out to Evan Sillenpaw for helping me film this. This is his first time ever trying to film. So
hey, so far it's so good.
Yeah, it was a lot more exhausting than playing the courses, he said.
Oh, Derek, I think that was the last chance for birdie on the hole there.
Oh, and then I thought he had that. I thought he was going to save that par.
I'm really hoping Peter can kind of get one good one, and then kind of get that momentum going in his direction.
That one almost wanted to push out the side, too. Good cleanup from Taegen, though.
These aren't the worst baskets. You know, they look pretty good. I can't tell what kind they are. They look somewhat old, but still decent.
Yeah, they look like maybe an old DGA basket or something, an old Mach 3 or something, maybe.
Yeah, again, Peter's still having some difficulty, but, you know, next hole is next hole, you know?
Yep, just got to move on, and it's still early in the tournament. There's 28 holes on this course, and then 27 at Spearfish the next day, so...
Looks like we've got a double Mando they got to go through.
Yeah, and way uphill. This 232 plays probably closer to 300 feet.
Oh, that bad, huh?
Yeah, it's so steep right here at the end.
Oh, but then there's the drop-off on the back, too, so if you go too deep,
it kind of drops a little down, but not much on the back. It just leaves you a really scary putt.
Oh.
And Taegen just missed the Mando.
Trying to get a little bit too aggressive on it. Because you kind of have to hug that right side, or this happens and you fade out too far left. Oh,
although I think that's a putt. Yeah, I think that one's a putt. Nothing wrong with that one.
See, I like the sidearm pretty well for the sidearm, but then there's this. Yeah. This drop off on the back isn't as dangerous for a backhand.
Right.
Because it looks like there's some good rock off to the left to kind of stop some of those from going too far in that direction.
And it doesn't really drop down much, but it does enough to let it sail.
It's kind of sketchy to putt from right here, too, because you're heading back toward the hill. I think he made a good choice laying that up. And Peter, also with the layup, not too confident in his putting right now.
Right, doesn't want to risk it.
No, don't get the roll.
Okay.
He was counting on that stroke right there.
Yeah.
And that's when you miss them, you know, when you think they're already
pretty much already counted it.
To be fair, I would have too.
Right.
That was a good drive. He deserved the birdie. Unfortunate Mando miss on Taegen there, but he was able to clean that up as well as he could.
Right.
Looks like the drop zone, I don't see anybody hitting that basket from the drop zone.
Yeah. Well, hole 7 here is a tough one. You're basically throwing over this edge and then it drops down for the last 200 feet at least. So they have no clue what's going on there.
Oh, stop. That was amazing.
Yeah, it did roll a little further than that. These guys, sometimes I have to miss the end because these guys don't know it's rolling and they're ready to throw already, so... Yeah, this one, right around there, the ground just starts dropping away.
These look pretty clean.
Yeah, that one's going to be alright. He's going to have a little bit of a blocked putt, but not too far off.
Taegen going with what looked like a putter.
Oh,
it was going right for it.
It was turning in towards it. Garett just kind of laying it up.
That was a good.
That was a bid, half bid is a good way to put it. Peter's still kind of up the hill also.
Wanting to run it, but not do that.
And hit the flag. That probably helped him, yeah.
I feel like, I don't want to say this early in the round, but it's almost like Taegen had what happens to me all the time. I hit an ace, and then I get jittery about it. I get
the
excited,
adrenaline
and then
gets going.
The rest of my round just kind of, at least the next few holes, kind of fall apart a little bit.
Well, and he did get a bogey after that, but he got a birdie somewhere, and then another bogey. He's just kind of yo-yoing at this point right now. Like you said, he just needs to kind of put that behind him.
Recenter.
Reset.
Same with Peter right now. Like, they just got to... That looked like a good hole for Peter, though, on that one.
Yeah.
I mean...
It was decent.
For only one birdie, this hole actually averaged at a 2.38.
Yeah, that's a tough hole. Actually, that was hole 7. This is 7A, so that was
Oh,
a
no, it's a
2.85. It
so
was
actually that's
still
about
under
right then.
par.
When you have the one birdie on there, then that's
Yeah.
about average.
this one 7A. That's the one that was the 2.38. It's as long as you hit that double mando, it's
Yeah.
pretty straightforward. I played the doubles the night before this, and it was an origin straight at the basket, and I was literally inside the base of the basket.
Yeah, pretty simple hole. It's very straight. There's not a whole lot of obstacles beyond this double mando.
You do got to keep it low because of those branches up above. Just shouldn't really be an issue for anyone, though.
And it wasn't. Oh, and that looks beautiful.
Yeah, that's perfect.
That's the shot.
That's exactly how you play that hole.
Everyone's got a decent putt look here, though. Ooh.
Yeah, kind of yanked that one right a bit. Oh, and that was just an unfortunate bounce out.
Yeah.
That's
yes,
good.
there we go.
Focus
Get
in.
that swing.
Yep, that's way to focus
And on
in
one of
there,
these black
Peter.
holes, like they catch well, but they're not by any means the best baskets, and
Well,
so it's hard to have that confidence
Yeah,
to
it's
putt
hard,
on those
exactly.
baskets.
It's so hard to trust them.
And almost every other basket they've been on has been a permanent basket with heavier chains, and then you walk up to this, and it looks so much weaker
Yeah.
after you've adjusted to the other baskets.
But 2 birdies, 2 pars, so that's well played hole for him.
Ooh, island.
Not
Oh,
really
yeah,
an
it's a
island, it's all
hazard.
hazard.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you got to get on, or you take a penalty, but you're still
You
playing
don't get the
from
luxury
there.
of the drop zone.
Right.
And it looks like there's a wall you kind of have to get through.
In a way, I mean, if you take that right to left, kind of like Peter did there, it's actually a pretty open line. You just have to hit the right line.
It's farther left than I thought it was. That not that left though.
He's actually about the
It
distance
looks like he
left.
got lucky through some of those trees on
He
the
did a
left-hand
little
side.
bit.
So it looks like you can see the basket up on the hill back there, but just barely. It looks like it. I can't.
Right.
So it's a little off on the angle there. It didn't say hazard pop up, but I don't know if he made it or not.
I'm pretty sure he did.
Oh, yep, because that's what happens when you hit the hazard.
Garett's hit the tree and kicked back, and he stayed out.
Hey, it's good up. Still not happy about that, but
Right.
I don't know who would be.
Right. Yeah, you
Ooh.
can see he did get past the road, so he was safe.
Oh, road's the line.
Road's the line, yes.
Good birdie.
This side of the road is the line. So if you were in the road, you would still be in a hazard.
That makes sense.
Peter's got to look at another birdie here. Oh, and just catches the rim. Garett will get his first bogey. I think that's his first bogey, isn't it?
I think so. And
These
Derek's
courses
been playing pretty
definitely
clean
hand
as
him
well.
out.
He hasn't had a whole lot of birdies, but he's just been saving his pars, keeping it relatively clean.
Yeah. He's still sitting 2 under, but that
And you know
birdie by
Peter wanted that.
Taegen gives
He's-
him the lead right now.
He's
Him
trying
and
to get
Derek
back
are
down
tied.
to even right now, really hard, and he really wanted and needed that.
Yeah. Which may have been part of the problem. He was wanting it too much and just overthought it. Now this one, it says
Oh,
it's
little
only
shorty.
150 feet. I feel like it plays more than that. It is uphill, not way uphill.
And then it forces such a wide hyzer around that tower, it's going to play
Yeah.
a little longer too.
Yeah.
Everyone most likely going with some kind of overstable putter, like a zone or something along those lines.
And that's the perfect shot right there. Did you see how close he had to hug it to that tower, though?
That
he
could
got
work too.
it
That's a good
high.
angle.
Oh, and that's hazard.
And if it was
Again,
OB,
the
he'd
road
get
is
that
the line.
distance back to the basket, but he doesn't
Actually,
get that.
no, when the last time I was here, they had it OB,
No, he
and
was
the
so
drop
close.
zone was under the tree behind Taegen here.
Oh, man. You know, maybe the hazard's better. Stop. That wasn't too bad.
Okay, yeah, no, that's fine.
And the fact that he was only in that hazard by less than half a disc is so frustrating.
Right.
Because you know he was either A, sure he was in, or B, like halfway, like maybe,
Right.
maybe. Doesn't
Both
look like
of
too
them
much
were able
damage
to
on this
save
hole.
par, yeah. And I really feel like the OB behind the basket is what kind of intimidated Taegen into missing low
A little
like
bit low on
that.
the
He
putt.
didn't want to air it and skip off that rock out of bounds.
But that OB makes the hole. It really does.
It
Otherwise,
does.
it would just be a little pitch,
A little-
you know. But that makes it a little difficult little island hole,
Yeah.
blind around the tower. So good on Peter for getting that birdie, and he's going to take that box on this next hole.
Now this one has a bunch of OB, so you are technically teeing off from out of bounds.
And this is actually the first hole to average over par.
Well, and the last time I filmed this course, this was a par 4.
That would make more sense.
Even though it's only 368 feet, I seriously doubt there was many 3s on it, and I'm sure there was no 2s on it.
Looks like the stats are saying there was no threes.
There was no 3s. Yeah, so this being a par 3 seemed a little harsh to me, but I mean, if you do hit the line, they're all kind of going to the right. I think one or two of the guys went the left gap, and I feel like you can get there that way if you manage to find a line through there, which is not easy.
And then Garett ended up by the next tee pad. Don't know
Not
if
necessarily
that's
the
good.
next tee pad. That's a different tee pad, but not necessarily the next one.
Yeah, it looks like everyone's got basically nothing for this second shot.
Yeah,
There's
this
gaps,
is a really
but
thick.
That looks tough.
Yeah, it's a dense, difficult hole.
This actually looks okay.
And that is the play that most of the guys played the last time I was there. Was a hyzer over to there, and then just you had a better approach shot from over there.
There has to have been threes because there's no way these guys are missing those putts. Yeah, I read it wrong. Light gray is 3, dark gray is 4. I was seeing the green. And
3 was the par, right?
Yeah,
we were
yeah.
thinking birdie was the 3, but
Haha, fooled you all. Looks like they're probably all going to get pars. We'll see.
yeah, it looks like about half and half between par and bogey
Yeah,
on this
no
hole.
birdies.
No birdies at all. It would be tough to get a 2 on this, though. I mean, yeah, it's only 368, and you know all these guys have 368 in them.
Oh, yeah.
But through those trees is a whole different matter. And the way Garett went around that outside probably adds and puts it at an over 400-foot hole for him.
And Peter back on that roller coaster for now, but
Yeah.
you know, that's only halfway through, and he can keep on correcting this. Actually, halfway through is hard to tell on this course with all the
Well,
bonuses.
and no, I want to say it's hole 14 is what we'll be calling hole 10.
Okay.
So we're near halfway through.
And that's a nice little laser.
Yeah, you need a laser on this one. Again, we have a double Mando. You can see him down there a little lower there. He just went through them and gave himself a good look.
All right.
Yeah, this is one where you really want the straight laser shot.
Garett had a bad kick left off that last tree.
I feel like it's a decent spot to try and run a putt from, though. You kind of have those rocks as a little bit of a backdrop.
I'm wondering how dense those branches are in front of Peter's face right now. Not too bad.
No?
But that tree is pretty dense.
Yeah. Oh, that's a good bid. Little bounce off the rim. Derek has a nice open look at it and takes advantage. That was a great putt.
And if that's where he was, that means Taegen should have a pretty good look at this for his birdie too.
Yeah, Taegen. It's wide open, just kind of uphill. Ooh, it almost kicked out. That's a good birdie to get.
Yeah.
Looks like about a third of the field got that birdie.
Yeah, hole averaging 2.77.
Yeah. Garett was a little disappointed not to get that one.
And
of course, Derek and Taegen are kind of pulling away a little bit there. They each got another one on him.
And Derek has actually closed that gap completely now, and the two are now tied.
Yeah. So hole 10 here. Got to go left to the Mando. And it's not too far right, so it's not like you have to do a big turning shot.
Hey, that was first tree was a good tree.
Yeah, the second one wasn't bad. That didn't hurt him too bad.
These guys with their sidearms. Get there. That was great.
Yeah,
it might be a little blocked, but I don't think it's going to be too bad.
See, and that's what you want. Something just gently turning. It needed a little more turn, but that'll be fine. He should have a pretty easy putt. Oh, and Peter catching another branch.
It did look like he got through it, though.
Yeah, he's still in decent shape. I mean, all of them should have a look at a putt. Oh, and that was so close. Just right side.
Yeah, despite hitting the tree, he's got a nice maybe 40-footer here.
Oh, I thought he had it too. Yeah, Derek got a little more right than he wanted. Garett's is right there, though.
Good birdie. Catching back up with those two.
Gonna pull some of the spines from the bush out of his hand. Yeah, everybody kind of left themselves close, so pretty easy par cleanups here. Alright, so that's the end of part one. Got Taegen at 4 down, tied with Derek. And Garett is closing the gap. Yep. That birdie put him only one behind him.
Peter's having a little bit of roller coaster right now, but there is half a round left to see where he can be by the end of the first round.
On these courses, he's only 2 over. I mean, that could happen to any of these guys on the next hole. So, on a course like this, that definitely does not take you out of it.
You hear that? Lots of suspense coming for part 2. We'll see you guys there.